Hare Krishna. So in this world, the most difficult thing for most of the living entities is consistency and steadiness. You will see it is very easy to break apart. Even a child can break apart, right? No? Just takes and just breaks it. Immediately it's easy to break. Is it difficult to break apart? What is more difficult? To make the part. Now, making a part is certainly difficult. It takes some talent and time and resources and everything. But after making the part, to preserve it for a long time without breaking, especially porcelain pots, you see that? Porcelain is that...
delicate.
Huh?
Delicate.
Delicate, like China, what do you call it, wares, POP, or even the mud pots also, to preserve it. So when you have to preserve it, you have to pick it up carefully, keep it carefully, so it goes on consistently. Why am I telling you this? Starting a good habit and breaking a good habit, both are very easy. What is difficult? Maintain a good habit is very difficult. So you will see in both the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a repeated instruction by the Lord that the devotional activities should not be simply emotional. They should be very spiritually grounded. For example, in one verse Krishna says, Ananyachetaha satatam yo mam smarati nityashaha tasyaham sulabha partha nityayuktasya yoginah. See, satatam, nityam, you see. Which means there are many people, sometimes in the congregation you find, people are looking for occasional but very difficult to do tapasya. They are ready to do. People, Kumbh Mela, 40 crore people came, where Mahakumbha, correct, no? That means almost 1/3 of the population of India came. And how much trouble everybody knows. But people are ready to take occasional trouble, which is very difficult trouble, to fulfill some religious goal. Correct, no? The same manner, in Chaupadi temple once, one devotee was speaking in the Sunday feast about the importance of Adhik Maas. And then in Adhik Maas he was telling, if somebody takes a bath somewhere in one kund in Nasik, he said he gets so and so benefits. He spoke about 24 benefits. Half the class only, the temple hall became half. People started getting up because that was the last day of Adhik Maas. They decided now immediately take your car and go to Nasik and immediately take a bath in that kund and you have to get the benefit. Which means the living entities are ready for occasional but even severe tapasya to perform and to reap some benefits. So this mentality is called karma kanda. Karma kanda means people perform some tapasya to get some material benefits through that, either earthly or heavenly pleasures. And this is what makes pure devotional service diametrically opposite to karma kanda. Because in the path of pure devotional service, our bhakti is not occasional, but it is daily. It is not daily, it is at every moment. Krishna consciousness means moment after moment after moment consciousness. It is not occasional consciousness. And another difference between karmakanda and this is karmakanda is very tedious to do. For example, you need a lot of money to perform sacrifices. You have to spend several hours accumulating the samagri and everything. And tapasya sometimes very kathur, very severe type of penances have to be performed. Whereas in the path of bhakti, the activities are very simple, easy and joyfully performed. He says, Susukam kartam. So that is another difference. Bhakti path is easy. Now we went for Harinam and came. Is it very difficult to do? Practice is very simple. Like we do Arati in many of the homes of congregation devotees. Even child picks up a chamar and does for the Lord. Activity is very easy. But the demand that Lord makes is, it should be daily, consistent. There are many verses. It's Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridavrataha namasyantascha mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate. See, Satatam and Nitya, two words are used here. Satatam kirtayanto mam, and then it says nityayukta upasate. He says. So, the word Satatam Nityam. Similarly, another verse he says, Tesham Satata Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Enamam Upayantite. He's saying, Tesham Satata Yuktanam. Those who are constantly engaged in my devotional service, for them and also lovingly engaged. Somebody may do it as a routine, but it should be done with the heart. It should be done with affection. It should be done with some feeling for the Lord. So the feeling has to be brought and consistency has to be brought. If these two things are combined, then you get the divine intelligence supplied by the Lord. Lord says, Sadamya buddhi yogantam. I will give you the buddhi by which you can come back to me. So here is where most people fail. People start very enthusiastically and they also give it up due to their inability. They don't do it. And they want occasional type of practice. And many people, even in the path of bhakti, may sometimes show an emotional outburst. They see, oh, I saw the darshan of the Lord, tears came in my eyes. Or I fell to the ground. Or I went to yatra in that place and then the murti of the Lord, it smiled at me. And so many things, people are very emotional. But they are not ready for consistent practice. So, therefore, Srila Prabhupada, when he started this movement, he said, chanting 16 rounds when? Every day, chant. And similarly, in reading Bhagavatam, what he said? Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. Correct. And he didn't translate the word bhakti as devotion. He translated it as devotional service. Yeah. So, a devotee means devotional service. A devotee is always absorbed in devotional service, beginning with the tongue. Therefore, the famous verse, what is the famous verse? Atas Sri Krishna Namadi Navaved Grahyam Indriyehi Sevon Mukehi Jihvado Swayameva Suratyadaha. This verse says the tongue has two activities. One to speak, one to eat. So, one has to eat only prasadam and speak only the glories of the Lord and chanting of the holy name. if we can always keep our tongue vibrating, doing this kind of activity regularly, satatam, then we are going to get purified. And why we don't get purified? Because in this world we divert our attention to sense gratification. With the tongue, people are vibrating useless talk, or gossip, or rumor mongering, fault finding, blaspheming, criticizing, isn't it? So that's how the tongue becomes misused. But when the tongue is used for chanting the holy name and glorifying the Lord, the tongue purifies. Similarly, eating habits. What we eat, either we tend to overeat prasad, or we tend to eat things which are not prasad, isn't it? Or we sometimes go by the taste. So, but when prasad is accepted as mercy of the Lord, Krishna's grace, then the prasadam purifies our heart also. Prasadam is also purified. So the tongue has two activities, eating and vibrating. So Prabhupada says this is the beginning of spiritual life. If we take care of this, do it regularly, nityam. So that's why we are going on Harinam Sankirtan daily, so that we can reach out the holy name to others. Not only others benefit, we benefit also, because we become purified. Actually the holy name is purifier of everybody. There is a Bhagavatam verse which says, Vasudeva Katha Prishna Purusham Strim Punatihi. Three people are purified when Bhagavatam is spoken. He says that Vaktanam, Prichakam, Shrotram. People who speak Bhagavatam, people who hear Bhagavatam, people who ask questions after hearing the class. All the three people benefit. In the same manner, when you go on Harinam, we benefit by purifying our heart, and so many trees, plants, dogs, cats, insects, mosquitoes, and then also many people passing on the road. Everybody benefits also. But only challenge for us is, what is the challenge I told you today? Consistency. Regularly, like yesterday in Harinam, this Jagannath Rathayatra, starting is very easy. People are super enthusiastic, they jump up and down. And how many will remain till the end? You have to check it, isn't it? From beginning to end. Of course, you can take a break if you want to go and take some prasad. You can take a break. If your legs are paining, you can go and sit in the cart. But how enthusiastic are you from the beginning to end to complete the Rath Yatra, isn't it? To bring the Lord to Vrindavan. So consistency is a difficult quality, but in the path of devotion service, if one adopts this quality of consistency, the activities in devotion service are very easy to do, even for a child. Prahlad is a 5-year-old child. Dhruva is a 5-year-old boy. Narada in his previous life was Dasiputra, a 5-year-old boy. Even children can perform this devotional activity. Women can perform, men can perform, old people can perform. If a man is sitting, old man, 80-year-old man, if he is giving Charanamrita, it's not very difficult. Even old people can perform. Everybody can perform. But what is required? Consistency. So by consistency, Lord's attention is drawn. Lord will say, this fellow, he doesn't go for sense gratification. He's always after me. Take him back to my abode. Lord will take us back. Harinam Sankirtan ki Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda, Govinda, Hare Govinda, Venkatramana Govinda, Shri Venkatesha Govinda, Srinivasa Govinda, Shri Venkatesha Govinda, Jaya Jagannath Swami, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham, Jaya Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि
सिंधुदेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गाय गौर प्रेमानंद हरि हरि।